In the first 2 months after my layoff, I applied to over 100 jobs and got rejected over 100 times. And I only landed 2 first-round interviews, all because I made these 5 job search mistakes. Hey y'all, it's Xavier, your job search cheerleader and your favorite marketing girly, back with another dose of real talk about job searching. If you're a new job seeker or you've been thrown back in the market after a layoff or a break, this video is especially for you because, friend, I'm here to tell you I made all of these mistakes early on, and I don't want you to waste time like I did. Today, I'm breaking down the biggest mistakes that job seekers make and how to avoid them so you can land interviews faster and with less stress. So let's get into it. Mistake number 1, using the spray and pray method. Whew. All right, let's talk about this one because I was deep in it, okay? Right after my layoff, I started applying to literally anything that had marketing in the title, from growth to brand to consumer to product. Whatever had marketing in it, I was applying to it. I was also applying to 10 to 20 jobs a day, thinking that volume was gonna equal results, but it didn't. I got ghosted, I got burnt out, and the worst part of it all was that I just wasn't getting any interviews. So based on my experience, let me talk a little bit about why spray and pray just doesn't work. To be honest, recruiters can tell when your resume isn't tailored to their job posting. Another thing is you end up spreading yourself way too thin. And then your resume starts to sound super generic because you're trying to fit literally everything. So here's what I think you should do instead. Pick 1 to 2 job titles that you really want to target. I started with 2, but later on I decided that 1 was best for me. Then write your resume and your LinkedIn to align with those roles or the role of your choice. Then use AI tools like ChatGPT or Claude to tailor your application to fit those roles. Now, I will say this. It's okay for you to have a resume template that you work off of for every job application, but each job has specific keywords that they're looking for throughout your resume. So I also recommend pasting a job description or multiple job descriptions into an AI tool of your choice and asking it to help you align your resume with that job description by inserting keywords naturally throughout your resume. And remember, and this worked for me, quality beats quantity every time. The second mistake is not optimizing your resume for the ATS. So let's talk about the bots, right? In a previous video, I mentioned that most companies use an ATS or applicant tracking system to pre-screen resumes. And if your resume isn't optimized for the ATS, then a human will never see it. And I do want to caveat this by saying, even though you should optimize your resume for the ATS, you should also optimize it for the human who could end up reviewing it as well. When I first started my search, not only was my resume long for no reason, but the text was way too small because I was trying to fit in like all of my experience into 2 pages. So here are some common things that I suggest that you avoid in your job search. Avoid fancy designs that confuse the bots. When I first started my hunt, I had the audacity, the unmitigated gall to have a Canva designed template or resume template that I was using. It was pretty, but it only landed me in rejection city. Next, I'd avoid missing keywords in your resume that you would find in the job description. Again, your AI tool of choice can help you pull those keywords from the job description and interweave them into your resume. Just ask it to do it naturally. The last thing I would recommend you avoid is uploading the wrong types of documents or file types. If an application or a job board asks you to upload a PDF, but you upload a Word doc instead, then you'll automatically get rejected. So some quick fixes that I recommend here are using tools like JobScan or TillHQ to help you get your match score. These tools are really good in helping to give you insight as to whether or not your resume matches the job description and will pass the ATS for that specific role. Next, pull those keywords from the job description using your AI tool of choice and have that AI sprinkle those keywords throughout your resume naturally. And then keep your resume formatting like really clean and very clear. I recommend writing your resume using Arial font. That seems to be pretty universal. It's sans serif, and keeping that font at 11 points. This was actually told to me by a recruiter that is like the standard recommendation that they prefer when they're reviewing resumes. I also have a free resume optimizer linked in the description below that can help you out with making these updates. Mistake number 3 is ignoring your LinkedIn. Now, I know, I sound like a broken record, right? And I know some folks just think that LinkedIn is for people to go on there and brag or talk about the new job that they got, or to post like motivational quotes or whatever. But friend, let me tell you, when I finally optimized my LinkedIn profile, recruiters started coming to me. So for some quick wins here, update your LinkedIn headline for the job that you want and not the one that you have. I recommend doing this every couple of weeks. This helps you stay at the top of the list on recruiter searches and also shows that you're active on the platform. Next, add a value-packed about me or summary section on your LinkedIn page. You can ask ChatGPT to compile a list of keywords that align with your desired job title and include them throughout your about me section. Or have ChatGPT to just rewrite the about me section for you to include those keywords, and you tweak it to make it sound more like you. And lastly, start posting on that platform or commenting on a weekly basis. That means showing up and building connections with other folks, because you never know who you might meet that could get you a job or get your foot in the door. All right, on to mistake number 4, which is not keeping up a routine. From personal experience, and I'm sure a lot of other people feel the same way, job searching can feel like a full-time job. And in a way, it kind of is. But without any structure or like a stable routine, it could start to feel chaotic. When I first started job hunting after I got laid off, I would wake up in the morning, I would refresh those random job boards that I was on or apply randomly, and then ultimately end up doom scrolling on LinkedIn for hours. I started to feel like I was wasting my time doing that, so I knew I had to take a step back and get more strategic and actually build myself a structured routine. I knew I had to do this not only to optimize my job search, but also for my mental health, right? So then I decided that I needed to start working in blocks. So I'd spend an hour and a half on applications, right? Instead of applying to 10 to 20 jobs, sometimes more in a day, I would apply to 3 to 5 jobs in that hour or that hour and a half span of time. That way I can prevent burnout or feeling stressed out and overwhelmed. I also use this time to check in with JobScan or ChatGPT to make sure my resume was optimized for these roles that I was applying for. Then I would spend 1 hour on networking. I used to only get on LinkedIn in the morning to reply to people's posts or make my own post. I'd also use that hour of networking to DM recruiters or hiring managers for roles that I was interested in. And then the rest of the day, and I recommend you do the same, the rest of the day, I would just do stuff that I wanted to do, like upskilling. And I would say this is super duper important. While I was unemployed, I ended up getting a marketing AI certification. So upskilling, I would put that at the top of the list of things that you should probably do as a wanna do. I would read, I would catch up on my TV shows. I really enjoyed watching like Survivor or Amazing Race and things of that nature during this time. It gave me a sense of escapism from like the woe is me attitude that I would have before I started giving myself a routine. But I would literally do whatever it was that I wanted to do to keep me busy and keep my mind focused on other things aside from the job search, to be honest. All this to say, I strongly recommend that you create a weekly schedule that you can stick to, because honestly, burnout, being stressed out, being overwhelmed just doesn't help you in your job search. And the last mistake is thinking that you got a job search by yourself. You don't. I definitely recruited a hype team for my job search. I established a support system, folks that would pray for me, people that would send me roles or do mock interviews with me, review my interview projects, pep talk when I was feeling unmotivated in my search. Also, don't forget about this newfound network that you're curating, right? They might be the number one thing that helps you get your foot in the door. I personally leaned on my network for coffee chats, vent sessions, and to even share opportunities that we come across. All this to say, don't think that you have to do your job search by yourself or suffer in silence. This is a very tough time that you're going through. If you're going through it, don't be afraid to lean on people during this time. They're there to support you. All right, friends, so we've reached the end of this video. Which of these 5 mistakes are you making? Be honest, this is a judgment-free zone, okay? We're friends helping friends here. Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. And if you need or want more help with landing interviews without losing your mind, I got you, friend. Grab my free job search toolkit that's linked in the description below and like this video if it helped. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you're ready for some honest talk about job searching. And just remember, I do want to rehash this, that you are not alone in your job search. There are tons of people out there who are going through the same thing. You got this, friend. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.